It's just you and me talking, right? So you can tell me, do you share passwords? Do you? I've done it before. Get ready to pay up if you are sharing passwords. Netflix is adding fees if you are account sharing. That's just one of the stories making news on this Wired Wednesday. So here to help us sort through the big tech headlines is Abrar Al-Heeti. She's video host and producer at CNET. Good morning. So let's start with those Netflix password sharing narratives that we're hearing out there. How do they know if we're sharing?
They're going to know because they're going to be able, starting in June, potentially by the end of June in the US, they're going to know how many people are using your account. And if there are other people that are using your account, you're going to have to pay for each of those people. And we don't know exactly how much you're going to have to pay. It might be around $7 to $8 per extra person outside of your household. But those days of sharing your password are going to be over. And I think the last thing any of us want to do is pay more for streaming. We're already paying so much, but it's kind of inevitable at this point.
I know, and I look at all of my streaming services, Apple TV, Netflix, Hulu, Paramount Plus, it all adds up, right? So this is likely not news that a lot of people are going to want to hear. So what can we do as this comes down the pipe? You say in June?
By the end of June is potentially when we'll see this roll out in the US. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to decide if you're willing to, share that account with more people and have them pay, or you pay that extra couple dollars for them to share your account, or each individual is going to have to decide that they're just going to get their own Netflix account. And really, what Netflix wants, it wants more revenue. It wants more ways to make money, and this is the way to do it.
All right, so sticking with streaming services, we understand HBO Max now has a new name. You can just call it Max. What's behind that?
Yeah, so this is part of a merger. So now it's Warner Media and Discovery joined together. Now it's Warner Brothers Discovery. And as part of this merger, you're going to see HBO Max content in addition to content from Discovery. So think of seeing the same content from HGTV, the Food Network, all next to like Euphoria or Succession. It's all going to be on one platform. This is going to launch on May 23rd. So on May 23rd, you're going to have one platform that has both those, companies' content on one service. So you won't have to subscribe to both if you have both. But this is something that's going to be rolling out very soon. Another indication of this constantly shifting media landscape.
Media landscape indeed. And meanwhile, we look to whether writers will strike, the writers for some of these streaming shows. So there's so much to talk about. Thank you so much for talking to me.